I might as well just transition over. The song ended. I'm a minute early, but give you like the minute of the opening, the opening run up to that song, just to cut it off when the good part starts. Didn't sound too keen, so never mind all that. So hello everybody, hello Night Fiend. Giga Chadley, still hate you. Yep, doing more MSQs. Looks like all my levels are okay. Hello Midgar Summer, glad you can make it. Right in the shoulder. So, just quickly while we're killing time. Now that the Onimusha 2 remaster is like out, I realized I kind of don't care because I just played Onimusha 2. I'm not in a rush to go play it. I was having a mull about it because, well, basically, I don't know, do I want to pre-order it? Do I want to get a physical copy? Do I just do a digital download? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, why are you buying this game? I don't know. Why was I buying this game? I asked myself. I just played it. Now, the excuse of playing the remaster would be to have like a guide open and to like make sure I farm gold and give everybody the correct gifts at the correct times, which I think I started half-assed doing that when I was playing through it originally and then decided I didn't care and that I was more interested in just showing people the weirdness that was Onimusha 2. The absolute... And I'm glad I did. That game, I still don't think it's as good as 1 or 3 or 4. But the charm of 2 definitely won me over in a way I had completely forgotten. Except for the ending. Fuck Nobunaga. But anyway. So, I guess on that topic, I'll be doing just a bunch of things are coincidentally laying on top of each other in my life. So this will probably be the last stream of the month. And I'll start streaming again in June sometime. Yep. Midgar Stormer's upset that I'm not going to be streaming until June. Look, Midgar Stormer, come on. I do this 2 times a week. It's kind of too much for me some days. I do it for the fans who are imaginary in my head. Also to get through this damn MSQ. Anyway, so last time on Dragon Ball Z, we did a whole bunch of stuff for Garabania and the Resistance. We helped Lise with some drama about leadership. We realized Fordola's Echo is kind of garbage, but she's still a badass and just eats it all. The Lakshmi got summoned. We had to go deal with that. Roban was fired, which means that he could be in charge of Alamigo. All the Alamigo stuff happened. So now we're gonna get on a boat and go across the sea to Doma, where we find out that, wow, I've never seen Midgar Stormer. Midgar Stormer was just posing in midair because he was told that he needs to fly off my shoulder and breathe fire at the same time. Fascinating. I caught it on video. Beautiful. Anyway, so we're gonna go across the lake to Doma because we're seeing that Gosetsu is very not dead. And Yotsuyu is also very not dead, and Yotsuyu is being really weird. And we're going to figure out what that mess is all about. Ooh, after we learn... We don't know greeting? That's an MSQ? Fascinating. I thought we were just about to learn Eastern Bow. No, let's find out. Let's find out what we're doing. Great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army, and I expect you can guess he's been appointed commander. Suffice to say, we're in good hand. At least. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm's done wonders for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made, and we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, he'd never have contemplated following his heart. Aww. Council also decreed that we're to maintain a presence at Rauger's Reach. Lise will continue to lead our forces in the fringes, a job she's doing tirelessly. A bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. Common theme about people working too hard. 14 devs, are you trying to tell us a coded message? It's an exaggeration, and I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now, not after our latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Kalyana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. It's Shanti's daughter, you know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Kalyana thought she was the best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Fordola. She still won't meet my gaze, but she's given up trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she's responding. I'll get through to her yet. Happy nod. Viola, there you are. Alfie note, Ali say. Sora, Donald, Goofy, is everything alright? We received rumors to Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that, she didn't say, only that we should come to Kugane right away. I have a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Ali says he's determined to make it a party of 3. Out. As I told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed and I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I've quite given up trying to convince you. Whether we be 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You will be joining us, I trust. Stoic nod. I was about to say I'd come too, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, should this business prove to be of even tangential concern to Alamigo, we shall inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Ruby Bazaar offices. How far away do they make us walk? Oh. I didn't walk at all. Alright, I'll take a Kugane. I was about to rebind my my return. I was about to say rebind my Hearthstone. I guess it's the same thing. My return spell from Kugane. I'm just like, maybe you'll need it. Lo and behold, I need it. Yeah, walk to Kugane. hard cut to the Warrior of Light. Walking underneath the ocean. Yes, Viola is a Bayonetta reference. Complete with bomber jacket, plaid pants, use of katana, and last name being Cheshire. I can't get her hair, and I can't do the lipstick like they have it, but as soon as that hair style comes into 14, it's going on. Through Garlemald and the bird. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or I walk over land the other way. Casually wave to the Legatas on the way out. I don't know which is funnier. Hello, Aid. Soroban and Yotsuyu. Not yet. We're gonna get there. Ooh, giddy.
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugiri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
We'll do the 4 lores eventually.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Rothgals do not have a lot of hair choices. when I was when my main character was a Hrothgar, I did not have that many more choices than default. There's some extra like unlocked hairstyles, but you don't get a lot. You don't get a lot. You complain about hats, but Hrothgals complain about hair. The ones that you do have are good though. I'll grant you that. You can make it work.
Of course, of course.
The default's like
Some few days
6.
ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
Yeah, Hroth guys do have a pretty thick collection of hairstyles. Whew, veered off for a moment there. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I know for a fact that Viola does not have nearly that many hairstyles, as I haven't unlocked. I don't think anything besides default. We can go on a detour to the barber shop after this, just to stare at hairstyles. But yeah, a lot of the unlocked ones, the ladies do not have yet. Anyway, Yotsuyu. Da-da!
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Gosetsu's dead. We saw the keep fall on top of them. Warrior of Light nods a second time.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Stoic nod. Oh. I will find Gosetsu together, or I am not sure what I'd do if I saw Yotsuyu again. Neither are very assholeless. So, are you thinking about cutting a bitch, or is it going to be bros before hoes? Trying to think this one out. Let's go. Let's do the violin path.
I understand. Only too well. But if Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear. Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not, but I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements, and more besides.
Grin. Oh, we're out of the cutscenes, so now I gotta read. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to the dark underbelly, few know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she's ready to sail. I'll give Soroban a hand for some reason. If he's providing us a ship, the least we can do is supply the provisions. Welcome offer, an excellent plan. Without further ado, let's go over to that. Let's go over to the place. The thing. We're all gonna walk out. Oh, we actually walked out. Yep, and that's the dungeon. Oh, 'tis good to see a fellow Eorzean. Oh, nice of you, Mr. Brashblade. All right, we'll do the slight diversion to look at all of the available hairstyles. They will sneak crap in on you when you're not looking. Crystal Bell, Crystal Bell. Jandelade. I need you. All right. You get 9. Get 9 hairstyles. Welcome to being a Rothgal. And these two are similar. These two are similar. This is just the Dawn Trail hairstyle. Yeah, I do not think. Yeah, all these are default. There's nothing. There's no unlock symbol. I don't remember this one. Maybe they added it in. I mean, they added a couple of these in. I'm trying to remember. I haven't looked at this in a bit though. Knifing, you can send me whatever you want in the mail. I'm probably not going to talk about it. Yeah, so you don't get a lot of choices, unfortunately. And the unlocks, you don't get a lot more. This is actually pretty sick, though. Some of these. This one in particular is not bad. I need that faux hawk, though. As soon as you get the faux hawk, we are in business. Thank you, Jandelade. Almost on our way. Look at that. Bit like Wuklamats. This way. Yeah, this is how they do things. I mean, this is what they've been doing for Hoth guys for Shadowbringers. They didn't come out with a lot of hairs, but then as time has gone on, more and more hairs are available. More specifically, a lot of unlockable hairs they were able to put on a Hoth guy. Hilarious. I still remember that there's a few hairstyles that you got your ears cut off, which is just precious. All right. Dealing with the forms in the city, if you're not pretend you're already acquainted with this one. Don't give the joke away, you giddy. See the place, now we wait and see who comes. Been a while, my friends. Yes, a long while indeed. I knew it. Kyoto, any funny business and you know it will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and the finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock has already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I have half a mind to call lease. No lease. I beg you, no boots. I'll tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yotsuyu, high and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And have you decisive information? Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Yotsuyu? Alas, see them with my own eyes I did not, but the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here's something they do not know, a rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rogadin samurai appeared on Kogane Dori with a beauteous maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Well, then it is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shokufu Shichiten. Now, what would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I think he'd lent you money. He will help you, I'm certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure, but is it wise to Tamazu out of our sight? No, he'll betray us. Although the snap stare over. No more betrayals, no more boots. Divided forces is simply more efficient. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up. And so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes, we'll go together. And there will be no boots. Let us be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Should we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. Fresh air. Alright. Off to the store. So we learned greetings from the Namazu who did the fin wave. Let's see it live. Da-da! What? Explain this treachery. How is it not either of those? I do a water flip. Oh, I typed that. Fuck no. Ooh, that's a nice crisp pull of that hand. I like it. Anything silly? It was sort of silly. Green tea set. Orders proceed, yes. Here's your quest. Remember, we're in town. Jogging is the new meta. Da 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 da. It's a perky pawnbroker. Oh, wait a minute. No, I have to find the correct one. Oh, you've heard tell of the Rogadin Samurai's katana. Small wonder it is a fine example of its kind. One moment. There, I hope you have found our pawnbroker. Excellent work, Viola. And that is the katana. Nothing beats a lolly-ho. It is Gosetsu's blade. Craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you'll be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. We're glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and is priced accordingly. If you're serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. Blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing a safe return. It is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation is scarce beginning to rebuild. I'll pay. Nay, my friend, grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. I'm rich. Come on, let me. It is enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. Giri, wait. The Scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. Master Alfino, your kindness is touching, truly. In matters of coin, would Mr. Satoru not expect it to be consulted? Come now, our friend would never have relinquished his blade were the need not great. And are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I'm sure Satoru will wholeheartedly agree. Settle then. You have made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. Yes, sir. After we visit your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He's our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. Friend of yours, you say? Why, see. Well, then, I suppose there could be no harm in telling you. No sooner have I provided him with the requisite sum, his pretty young companion began clamoring for dango. I duly recommended those served at Umineko Tea House, and thither they did set off. Clamoring for dango. Can these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Some manner of code, perhaps, but it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to the tea house. All right. Over the bridge, yes. Oh man, jogging feels good. When you can't mount. Oh, leave meat, I'll never unlock you. Anything silly. Giri has some dry humor going on. The Gosetsu I know had little time for tea houses. No wine. Give it her. Of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you'll ever see, scoffing down dango as if her life depended on it, while the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I wager. Far be it for me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of the reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had her fills, they set off in direction of the Shiokaze Holstery, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. Gosetsu makes for Doma, but this woman who travels with him, the more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she truly can be used to you. Without remain over the identity, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away! Meow. Just jumping over all the stairs today. All right, who's got good lines? Yes. No. I watched Kyoto meet with his Imperial associates, and I have to say I'm impressed. He has sycophancy down to a fine art. Apparently, Kyoto did his duty and then promptly excused himself. Couldn't bear another moment under Alice's withering gaze. Taru. We were arranging provisions. Sorban told me all about his many business ventures. I already got you. No. Sorban. Excellent timing. It seems troops who recently arrived in Kugane came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. That's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up Gosetsu's trail. The information matches ours. We're quite certain Gosetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. You hear that right? You've used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana at the asking price? We were in some haste and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here comes the contract of sale. All's beard. You agree to this? Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. Alfino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Very well. I shall call upon you as I return. Classic rich guy. Oh, whatever. I'll just buy it. It's fine. We got money. You did what? You did what? With company funds? Ooh, it's a duty. Yugiri, it's a duty. What is the going rate for a priceless weapon, I wonder? And now I know who not to ask. Howard seems rather vexed. Ever the melodramatist, I'm sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Cannons! Look at those people in starter samurai gear.
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
Gunship! Thunk.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy, but with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless...
Unless Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
We will help them, while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
Found Soroban's voice actor for the one line. Though to be fair, they grabbed him up for the Four Lords anyway.
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
Soroban waves.
Come.
You're the face of lacking. Leave this to me.
Woo. That's a big old line. It's a gain on 3, Yugiri. Come on. Oh man, you got all the Lalafel's death screams in that camera. He's left. Oh, oh man, this guy just got jumped. Here we go. Here we go. This is the wall of NPC. Oh no! My NPCs! Oh, they ran into the cutscene. We're fine.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gosetsu!
Did you just...
We took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles.
Did he swift cast to summon Carbuncle? What a flex.
Attack!
Let's get rid of some of this crap. Target that one. That one. No, that. Thank you. Lots of fighting today. I forgot that you used to actually engage in violence during MSQ. Oh, can't do that. Oh. I'll stop it from casting the old-fashioned way. Does this all end when he's gone? No. Oh. Who's left? Hello. Yeah, I'm just standing it.
forebears.
You're still going. What are you up to? Draw them to me, I shall finish this. Come here. Come here. Alpha knows is standing in it. 20 seconds to Starstorm. Are we bringing them over? I think we're bringing them all over here. Come on. Come here, everybody. Sit. Sit.
Focus. Release.
Oh, you suck. Another Alphino L. There we go.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Tsuyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
You were there, bro. You know what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the foe. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, and I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
Oh, you had a lifetime overlook the tithe. Maybe he's talking to all of us and not just me. No. You. Yes. Anything interesting? That is actually plot relevant. As Tensui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. If my sister, she'll already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Off we go. Spinning in a circle, wait for everybody to leave. There it is. Ah, feels good. Swimming around here is such a chore. Da da da. Oh, Gosetsu's taking us with a sword. How nice of him. Thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. It was all I could do to restrain her. You blame me for worrying. Strong as Viola is, anything can happen in the chaos. Enough about me. We need to talk about her. Her. That one. Tell me you've lost your memory and that's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. You're sure they're your friends? They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. Past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. The longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. So deliver you to familiar sores, near is sorry, but out of the villager's sight. A big ol' sneak. Da da da. Da da da. You well forgive his sorry-eyed birth. Alright, everybody's saying plot things. Where we part ways, I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. When you're not otherwise occupied, I speak to you about my next business venture. Nod. Extremely lucrative. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, to present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh, come along. Tataru's overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. Blade like Gosetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would have known if you had bothered to check the price. I had no idea. Business ventures of Sorobon's. You'll give it a fair hearing, I trust. He's been good to us after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Yay. Yep, and that is warlords. Sorry, Soroban, I'm just gonna leave you there on the deck. Let's meet Lord Hien as soon as possible, though mayhap not at the Enclave. I'll send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. Follow an agreement, also scout ahead to see that the way is clear. Oh god, he really is just gonna stand here and wait for me, isn't he? Well, this feel bad. I got MSQ, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Soroban. All is well. I left Soroban behind. I feel horrible. Others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed quietly.
My lord Hien, I am returned.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That they are. Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
Hello, complications.
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything.
Camera goes up, fades to black. Camera comes back down and fades in. Oh wow, it was just a hard cut. They threw me!
Indeed, to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it'll end with her capture, or her death.
Are you a friend, too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Thanks for nothing, Gosetsu.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Tsuyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yugiri.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
Thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much more to think upon, but as regards to the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say, and we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there's a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. If you do all of the Doman side quests in Mordona, you can then trigger a quest line that will bring them to the Doman Enclave starting now. And then the Doman Enclave has a rebuilding quest line, which is quite wholesome. It's also just a fun place to run around in. Should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hian. I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. That's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri would be back by now. Meanwhile... Ooh, the music just cut out, guys. Hang on. Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh, he was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yotsuyu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over here, my lord. But I find it passing strange the captain should leave his post with nary a word. Does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we'll be happy to assist. Be glad of the help while I search without. Mayhap you can ask our soldiers here if they know anything. Let's go talk to 3 people. Respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you'll be better able to coordinate your response from this room specifically. Huh, here, I was thinking I was in charge, but you have the right of it. Go on then, I'll mind the house. Oh, we're only talking to 2 people. We're going to be quick about this. Seek the captain, he passed by a little while ago. I wonder if I should tell anyone as it happens. He did not look well, you see. I asked if what was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him. But I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. Sounds fairly ominous. Hello, Super Outback. Push-ups. Captain Jifuya, who's headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alice, which he came asking earlier. Is something amiss? Hello, Nora. Just over here. Ah. Or Liberation Front sentry. Doesn't even have a name. Are they doing the quest lines together? Look, they're brother and sister. Or they're married. Auntie. Oh, they're on a 2-person chocobo. Oh, it's adorable. The captain went outside some few bells ago and looking quite unwell, I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straight away struck out after him. Everyone's bent on joining the search. It's all well and good. Someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire's plotting. You go on. Althanal and I shall hold the fort. Of the fierce fort. There. Found him. He was standing next to a cutscene.
By the Kami! Your Lord Hian, leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
Too late.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her. But I knew she would be popular. And so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting Viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
Forgive me, now is not the time for brooding. I disagree, there's always time for brooding. Always, Yugiri, come brood with me. Over there. The gamble that you're just under stairs. Ah, my foot fell asleep, hang on. Wake up! Didn't realize I was sitting weird. Now it feels like it's not a real foot. Elsie, help me. Ah, real talk. Real talk. Ian was doing the cool guy samurai pose. Let us have it! Thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. The Jifuya I know has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. The question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. It's almost time. Almost time. While you're out searching for Jifuya, receive word from our shinobi allies. Imperial ship has been sighted over Doman soil. Time to stab it. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu or a prelude to an invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fulminis. Fluorescent. I'm going to go there and ascertain their intent. If you rat out in force, it'll land one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Giddy, Viola, can I count on you? Oh, that's a fierce nod. Stoic nod. Elsa and I are fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common throe threatens the land of our friends and allies. We'd be glad of the help. You're acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Yes! Yes! Oh. I will seek him out immediately. Is he talking about things? I'm not even listening. What of me, my lord? Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluorescent, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Is it faster? I think it's faster to do this. Ah, right. Doma is ill-equipped to deal with an aerial offensive, so the Empire be so minded, the Zala's flying mounts should be our only hope. Interesting. Area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. Craft should come into view any moment. Let's wait them inside the castrum. Let's wait them inside the cutscene. What the sound the airship makes? It's got propellers.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Hey there, short stack. Another cool guy. Poor-
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan and Yotsuyu's stepbrother.
Lord Coconut. I will accept all insults and shortcomings of Asahi at this time and at all times going forward.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady.
So round-headed.
It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it.
Is it being known far and wide as a shinobi a bad thing? This is unfortunately for Yugiri, she had to do a lot of like main character NPC stuff. So it just the name got around. Up until then, you know. Like when she had the mask on back during Pat's content in A Realm Reborn, ain't nobody know. Nobody know how good she was. That's what happens. The price of fame.
I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice.
Trying to remember offhand who the Garlemald playwrights were. They from the Popularis as well, in the Ivalis Reds. I mean, Asahi's full of shit, but I think some of this is not totally off base. Or if nothing else, the fact that there are Garleans that are like, can we just get along with people? Is that an option?
To negotiate peace with Doma.
Like that guy on the left who's a badass, and the guy on the right who I think he lives? Don't remember.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
Maxima! What a G. Lord Hien is magnanimous in victory. Given our nation's troubled history, we do not expect such hospitality. I say, do I stand in the presence of the fabled Akon Slayer? What an honor. Peace after all they have done. Never has the word rung more hollow. Sort of gets her across the road to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yakuza Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Actually, they're gonna be hanging out in here. You watch them hanging out with the mobs. Nah, they're just walking on foot. Fair. You just leaves his. I guess you just leave your car parked. Makes sense. For distance, I thought, I was like, are you a B rank or an A rank? He's a regular mob. Is that a D rank? What do you call this a normal bitch? They're not even ranked, are they? They're just actually no. You can sometimes you can kill them on the lesser. Maybe they are D ranks. Everyone's a D rank. Da da da. I've read much about the architecture and geology of Doma. Words do not do it justice. See, this guy's cool. Such scenes of devastation greet us on our journey here. The bitter wages of war. Yeah, son of a bitch. Get you later. Lord He and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak to the Boorman. Bring me to the Enclave. I never get tired of Cyan's theme in this game. It's the armor guy. How you doing? The reclamation box. You donated something and decided you want to take it back. You have to go behind here into the box of shame. Whoops, I didn't mean to donate that to you. Can we mount up in here? Yeah, I thought. I was like, wait a minute. This is a town. Hey, boys. I'll never need this Aethernet network, but I'm using it anyway. Look at him! Look at him! The teeny tiny captain of the guards! He's so tiny! Tim, everybody be cool. It's a curl. Be cool. Alright, we were cool. That all worked. I also feel bad for Ikuro because he comes home and he just puts on the same outfit that every single Lupin has. Like, he doesn't get anything cool. It's just here. I mean, to be fair, when he was in the Garlean gear, it was the same thing. They just had on the... He just had on the Imperial outfit and he was just a head taller than everyone else. Just give him, like, a different color shirt or something. I don't know. Look good in yellow, I think. Da da da. Da da da. Thanks to Master Alphino and Ali says assurances that people are reacting calmly to Imperial presence. There you are. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. This place was pretty wrecked when we were originally here. We even have an 8th right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure to attune to it, you. Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alfino and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. Oh, very well. Promises to be a dull affair to be sure, but you've survived far worse. Hien is never one to leave a sass unsassed back. When you're ready, come and see me. Enter the Kian Khan. Don't even get cushions. Oh, look at that mean mug on Hakuro. Ah! Look how he's gonna bite his head off. Get him.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
Shout out to Emperor Solus.
While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat.
Son of a bitch was planting it from the first meeting.
On the condition that Doma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korjin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise.
Ooh, that was good.
With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
God. What a shithead.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuyu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Yugiri performing all restraint not to just stab him here and now. This guy's job is to sit there and not even be talked to. Can you believe that shit, Hakuro? Whoever Lord Tian's decision should be, I shall abide by it. Yet, I would be glad to welcome my lost brothers back to Doma. But the Empire should send Yotsuyu's stepbrother of all people. I wonder how he feels, the son of Doma returning home to speak for the oppressors his countrymen drove out. Oh, he feels absolutely blissful. The fact that there are two opposing factions at work in Garlemald complicates matters. Even assuming Asahi and his associates can be trusted, what of the others? Alfie note, he's full of shit. He's like an outhouse that's never been cleaned. Well, that was unexpected. You could say that again. Well, that was unexpected. Thank you for saying it again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem like a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this may all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alfino, you're well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on the matter. My knowledge is at your disposal. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed. Though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was about to show myself all out as it happens. Come on, Viola, let's leave Alfino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone's still sore from being made to watch. Go on and keep Alice company. We're safe enough for now. Yes. Yes. Go keep the cooler twin company. Twist my arm, why don't you? Edgar Summer, can you believe that, Asahi? Oh, he's being chill about it. Oh, God. I can't wait for it. Chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Viola, a moment if you would. You giddy and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Viola? Business? No, pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One can almost forget you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. Unless you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion will be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The bastard has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? I'm quite sure he'll be safe with you. Fuck off. Come now, Viola. There's naught else for us to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision. Or were we not this moment discussing how best to learn more about the current state of Doma? It is settled then. The four of us shall make brief excursion through Yangsha. I said no! You're gonna get my clothes dirty just being near him. Just the filth radiating off of them. Go to Doma Castle. We're going along with it. We know when we've been outvoted. Summer, can you believe the gall of these people? It's supposed to be my friends. They just hung me out to dry like this. Absolutely deplorable. What are you doing? What are you doing? We rise! Hello, Rainbow Tiger. Oh, he's having a city for a minute. Ooh, it's a B ranker. But something can be done about these mechanical soldiers. Well, a few things. I'll admit I was hoping for a more leisurely trip around Yangsha, but if it's a choice between this or listening to my brother ramblings on, well, here I am. Is truly be Manzen home to the cream of Doma samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction efforts should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, then we must proceed through the ruins. It's flooded. I don't believe for one moment that he came to see the sights of Yangsha. The question, what did he come for? We all know. Lord Hien would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one of many to take inspiration from its majesty. It is a travesty. A travesty! I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must, of course, come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you'll follow me, I will ready our boat. Boat. A bat. Quick fly of my company issued chocobo. Uh-oh. Asahi wa iwa duty. Sometimes I last visited Namai, yet Issei often visits the enclave with young Azami, so we do not want for news from the village. Well, let's cast off into whatever this is.
Get back! I'm warning you! Someone's in trouble.
Oh, these losers. Oh, dude, he's got a wig.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Bye.
Leave this to me.
Oh, we are reinforcements. Oh, I'm needed over there. Oh, these reinforcements are so soft.
The art of my forebears.
Ooh. Oh, you Gearys knows the fourth chakra, come on! Everybody knows the fourth chakra but us. Well, this one's a little more active, stuff going on. Alright, that's all of them. That's all of them! Did that clip a bit? That's a
That seems
shame.
to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
The Empire will never change. Full of bastards.
Never? I wonder, would you have said the same of Ishgard? Believe what you will, but I assure you, the Empire can change.
It's gonna change later. Wait, the swordsman, isn't he? I wondered. Did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador? Lord Kojin's presence here does not bode well. We must inform Lord Hien. Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who lived to tell the tale. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will finish considering my proposal by the time we return. Yugiri. Where's Yugiri? Ah. Probably have to, Da 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 da. No. Da 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 da. I reckoned. It's Buckety Pernicious. What a name. Hey, Maxim, how you doing? Look at him, always so polite and courteous. Trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Kojin. If we are to deter them from encroaching on Yangtze, our response must be swift and decisive. You see the sincerity in his eyes when he spoke with Azami. I feel strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? He's got him. He's got everybody playing like a fiddle. To be fair, this Doma side of the Stormblood patch content, it was a real good will he, won't he, for the, like, all the variables going on. This is very well done. Because at this point, you're sort of like, well, he did sort of save the helpless people. And maybe he is just trying to fix this crap. Like, you don't believe him. At the back of your mind, you're like, oh, maybe. And then later on, with Tsuyu, you're just like, well, maybe she did get amnesia. It's like, maybe this is a thing. It becomes this real interesting what-if scenario that you're playing with. And at this point in the story, if you don't know how it ends, you're like, there's some weird stuff going on. It's like, I'm pretty sure I know how this is going to end, but they're kind of leaning away from it a little bit. It's very fun. But also, I'm never going to stop talking shit about Asahi because he is. Look at that dumpster over there. That walking trash pile. What a loser. God. I can turn the camera away. I can't look at him for too long. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain without it. I will remain without and keep watch. Enter the Kian Khan. Hey, doing? Judging by the sparkle in Alfino's eyes, their discussion was riveting. How sorry I am to have missed it. Hakari lived through it. Crash Alfino shared his knowledge of the icons and reminding us of the threat they pose in so doing. It is strangely comforting to know the Empire shares our concern. They don't. It's fine. They haven't played through this yet. We've considered the ramifications of the proposal from every angle, and I believe Lord Hien has reached a decision. Welcome back, my friend. You Giddy tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yangsha. I'd hope you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time is well spent. Until the ambassador affords you Giddy a chance to make a full report, I must rely on you to supply the details. Blah, 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 blah. Red Kojin here? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yangsha, they will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's age? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted. The question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I'm resigned to playing his game, for now at least. Well, forswearing summonings should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves a somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was that very question in mind that I sought Alfino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge with the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susano was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Those said relics remain there to this day. It is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that this is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stones of ether, either by acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susano. And one of the prisoners. They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there's aught we can do to help the Popularis garner favor, I mean to see it done. First, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? What matter of it? Past mistake which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu, pardon me. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Oh, we're still going. Da da da. Couldn't say if Yotsu. I mean, Tsuyu's predicament is the will of the kami, but Gosetsu certainly seems convinced. Oh, I guess they were all watching the cutscene. Da da da. Ooh, coffers and Cyan's theme. Very nice. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize that the matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Back to no pillows.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Lots of bowing today. Excuse me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that. But alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember everything of this man? Anything at all? I know. I'm a stranger to her. That much was clear for me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that, I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have attained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangsha. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed that it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. Good night, Knifefiend. I have not yet had time to thank you properly. Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. People of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. Pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Get out of here, punk. Leave. He's cool, though. He can stay. Oh, they're all leaving. Damn it. See you later, Maximus. As before I leave Yotsuyu, do you? Invite the rest of you to come join me outside. Let's treat Asahi for a proper farewell. I do not know if I'd be able to. Anyway. Yeah, if I was this scene at least, I needed to get to today, one way or the other, by hook by crook. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. I wondered if the sight of her stepbrother might bring Yotsuyu back to her senses, but mayhap nothing will. Nevertheless, we must continue to watch her until we can be certain that her condition is permanent. Master's airship remains. Oop, they're taking me with us. Take me with you to the cutscene.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure?
Maxima doesn't have a voice actor yet.
I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Ah, look at that beautiful face.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Oh no, it's the serial killer walk. Oh, he must be out for a stroll. He doesn't have his golf bag.
No, just one! Cut him down!
Does he just have a gun blade? Did he just pick up some piece of trash on the ground? Man, they really must have caught him out. He's taking a nap. Yep. He's just having a stroll.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Oh, he's so tired on the delivery. I love it.
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, Legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
I think he has a crush.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Now this is the Asahi I've been waiting for. No more shit. Just mad boy with silly haircut. Ah, bless you, child.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
If you say so.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
There's the sound effects. Get sound effects leaving, but not when they show up. Stretch the budget, I guess. We did have 2 duties in the same patch content. Why the frown? Quite well. You look as if you're about to faint in the ambassador's arms. Yeah, I was on the Meko. Thought perhaps now we'd be at ease, but your expression suggests otherwise. Guys, he's full of shit.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
Ian, always a G. Always will be a G.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
the cheek! Ah, always got the little digs. It's beautiful. It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. He truly is a disciple of Xenos. His possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord would have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Koji must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners may be ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. Yay. I would certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained. Between Yotsuyu's Amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, you must send for us at once. Treading a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. Kugane, so we could talk to everybody and hang a hookup. What you saw of the ambassador is an indication of his true nature. This prisoner exchange may not be what it seems. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than mere happenstance. Ian with the smart brain. Soon we shall see if Asahi is true to his word. If not, I will be glad to cut out that silver tongue of his. Mwah. You giddy, God bless. God, I love Doma. Alright, let's bring it home. Hello, Aid. Pretty good news about Gosetsu. I knew you'd find him. Blah, blah, blah. Present state of Garlemald, possibly a seed for later. And we talk for a long time. Seems you all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you'll be the first to know of it. Of course, we're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose all that can wait if any urgent news should come to the office. About that, I wish to apologize. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. It's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Sorbonne's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Viola should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Putting it on Viola again. Warrior of Light, just making everyone else around them rich. Seem I've unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value. Knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Viola and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there's even the faintest chance that a lasting peace can be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien has the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Here, whatever. Hancock with the awkward thumbs up. Bam. Meanwhile... Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Da-da-da.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
Good friends.
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
One day.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, the third meanwhile.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Yeah, I just came in here. But sure, I'll leave. Da-da! Oh, hang on a minute. What do we got here? The new sun. Nah, we're sticking with Liberator for a little while longer. Let me sit on the couch. Yeah, I can sit on the couch. Perfect. Alright. So, as I mentioned before, here, let me... Boop. I'll be a brief hiatus from the streaming. The rest of May I'll be typically busy, so just gonna let it go. Sometime in June I'll be back at it. More MSQ. We've got all sorts of fun Doma nonsense ahead of us. Prisoner exchange. The will we, won't we. Whisperings of the Empire. Lots of good Stormblood stuff to hit, and we're not even going towards Shadowbringers yet. Still some good stuff to come. Thank you everybody for watching. Until next time, whenever that'll be. It'll be... I'm gonna put a calendar out. Maybe 2 weeks? 3 weeks? A month? Well, not that long. Damn, where's the damn calendar? Potentially 2 weeks. Maybe a little longer. We'll see how things go. In any case, ta-ta!